Okay.
Alright, lovely, I'll talk to you. See you later. See you later, Katie. Bye-bye.
That would be a problem. True. Hmm? Sorry? You can add a staff to your sheet, yes. There are enough splinters from the boat to certainly do that. One second. Hmm? You think? There you go, Tay. It should be in the journal as a note card. Uh, yeah, so basically, you watch as Kane signs the contract, and as he does, the signature seems to glow with kind of a black, shadowy light. And then you watch as the contract coalesces into shadow and reshapes itself into what looks like a bow made out of darkness. And he kind of he kind of smiles and looks around at you all, and he says, "Very well, now we have made our deals. It's such a shame that more of you were not interested in my gifts. However, I do feel that your destination will bring me many, many gifts from my herald, and as such, I will go ahead and ease your way. And then I must depart. I have other farms to check the harvests." He turns and he gestures off in the direction of the mountain you're going to, and you watch as a 20-foot, basically 20 foot apart from each other, two lines of purple flames begin to ignite and basically form a path heading off in the distance towards the mountain. And he says, "So long as you stay on the path, you will reach the city untouched." It's literally just two. He's made a road. There are two lines of purple fire. No. He has quite literally kind of starting here. Yeah, he's done this. Oh, why did that undo? There and there, leading off in the distance, and it's about 5 foot high purple flames forming a road. Very likely, yes. Unless, of course, you are immune to hellfire. From inside the tent, you hear, "I'm not here." He just doesn't say anything. The at that point the Bone Master turns and heads back towards the field. Of course. So, yeah, he did leave one of the dragons, yes. It is. Yeah. Okay. Also, Aldrin, would you give me an intelligence check? Okay. As he departs, and you start thinking about all of this, you come to a realization that in all of that, he never seemed to even notice the mask at all. Well, when he was talking about powerful items and seemed to comb through the group looking for things, there you do, yes. Hey, that plan has a 100% success rate so far. That is Bryce's most damaging spell. Okay. You've seen him without it armor on before. He took it off when you were hunting the wolf. Exactly. Do we have a sheet to say what all was on the boat? Got it. You've been very lucky, actually. You've gotten really lucky so far. Well, you didn't get... You actually didn't get too lucky on a couple things. The first time you go to the fire of the boat, just let me know and I'll narrate it for them. He just has to touch it. You identify it, and it identifies as a +3 longbow. That's it. Taylor, is that what it would identify as? All of the fangs were in bags on the thing, weren't they? What are all of the different lines? Is it just the bottom one that's actually what fangs are left? Okay. Right, okay. Yes, we will. Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Taylor? Okay, so that is what you're able to salvage from the wreckage. Yeah, like I said, you did really well in a couple areas. 6,000. In addition, the dragon. Uh, and roll 20 crashes, of course. Alexa, hallway on.
Okay.
Except that I'm logged back in now. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. There we are. There we are. Okay. It is just a bow. You do notice that whenever you actually sheathe it, when you put it away, it looks like it's just like black wood. But then whenever you actually pick it up, it almost gains a less material quality to it. It almost seems almost insubstantial to look at. Yeah, and Chrome is being stupid. Basically, I still need to roll on the how much stuff you get out of the dragon, because you're not going to be able to carry all of that probably. It's the bulk, yeah. Yeah, torches are a bit redundant at that point, yeah. No, you would be able to make a. It would look like a non HD black and white TV image. No. You'd still be able to see it. It's just there's no color. It's that kind of black and white, very washed out, grainy image, kind of. Yeah, then you're still fairly blind. Yeah. There you go. That's what you get from the dragon. Yeah, you could drag it. It's going to slow you down. Yeah, basically a sled. Yeah, you can certainly get a sled together. Yeah. Yeah. So you managed to do that, and then I take it, set off. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, you sleep, yeah. Right, so you sleep. You sleep. You have a long rest. Um, you carve up the dragon. The next morning, you make ready to set off. Um, you notice that the columns of fire through the night have actually burned lower. And now instead of being like 5 feet high flames, it's just like maybe a foot high on either side. But you also notice that the area in between the two seems to actually have melted into just a flat, smooth road. Yeah. And you set off. You spend You spend the next 4 days following this road as the mountain grows larger and larger in the horizon until finally, at about noon on the fourth day, you crest a hill, and as you look down, you can see the base of the mountain, and you can see what looks like a giant metal cave. Doc, well, the mountain is huge. I mean, beyond reckoning. Yeah, it's the mountains. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, and the width. It's days travel in either direction to find. Yeah. Um. Mhm. They'd probably have similar properties. It's probably going to add an extra day to your journey because you're going to have to move at a slower pace to do it. So at that point, you would be reaching the point you're at here on the lunch of the fifth day. But at that point, I'll say that you've managed to make in that time. Is it spears or is it javelins or what is it you're trying to make? Axes would be harder to make, and would require more. Okay. You can, yeah. Yeah, you can't set a javelin. That's there. You go. That's what you've managed in that time. Yeah, and they have the same statistics as Kraken Bone. And yeah, on that fifth day, you reach this point. Um, Doc, being the only one who's ever actually seen one before, Aldrin actually recognizes what it looks like this is. And basically, what it looks like you're seeing is the old colony spelljammers that the Allfather sent out. And this is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. If you think of an enclosed spaceship rather than a lot of the open-topped spelljammers that you get, and at the back, at both the top and the bottom, they had a cargo hatch that would open, one at the top and one at the bottom of the ship. And what you're seeing at the moment looks to be a ship that has impacted into the mountain, and these are huge ships, impacted into the mountain hard enough that it's actually buried itself, and then it looks like somehow or another someone has managed to get that top cargo door hinged open enough to create a cave mouth. Well, it's opened. It opens up. Uh, no. It impacted, and the back of the ship was then opened up, so that the mountain is actually sitting on top of the door, and it's open enough to get in. So the opening that you're looking at, looks to be about 40 feet wide and about 10 feet tall. Give me a perception check. You've reached the mouth of the steel cave. Yeah, so with that, you have a look around, and you actually do see off in the distance, in one of the other mountains, probably a day or two's travel away, a shape in the rock that looks like it could be another ship crashed. And you also notice around the area, what looks like, if you've ever seen like a ship that's been underwater for a while, and the metal almost looks to have turned into stone, it's calcified. You see around here a number of areas where it looks like debris has actually turned into what looks now like just oddly shaped rock formations. This line literally leads to the left and right of the cargo bay door. It could not be any more clear. Oh shit. You know, there there are certain moments where I've planned ahead for things, and then something has changed, and then I go into what I've planned, and I think, oh well, yeah, that's gonna change things some. And I've just had one of those moments. So so I'll delete him now. I just put you in the back of the group. I just had you at the I just had you at the back of the group as you went in. You just missed the entire comment that I've just made. I had planned ahead and put everything in order, and then we got to this point, and I've realized that my planning is off. So, I'm just commenting on the. Never mind. Yeah. All right. So, as you descend, um, the floor is a little bit uneven, as if obviously when it crashed, it didn't crash perfectly level. But you step down into this cave, or this ship, or whatever you want to refer to it as. As you go to step in, most of you Fenrisians are very off-put by this. You are looking at a you are looking at a place where the entire floor of this place is smooth and flat and apparently made of metal. There are more beasts actually than you can pinpoint in the mountain. But as you go in, and this is where we're going to end for the night, you step into a very large metal room, and at the far end of it, you see a campfire, a tent, and what looks like an impossibly old guy wearing rags. This is just one level of the map. No, the reason my Chrome keeps crashing is because I have this, and then I have 7 homebrewery tabs, and then I have my notepad, and then I have my DM notes, and then I've got 2 books. That's why my well, as you step in here, and the old man looks up and goes, "Oh, visitors. I haven't had visitors in years." And that's where we're gonna end for the night. And we will pick up next week with the beginnings of the Steel City. Yeah. Anyone who thought the Gygaxian was a challenge, just wait. Yeah, it's probably not going to work coming through a steel floor. The maps are. Let me. No, I bought them on Roll20 actually. There you go, Tay. Hmm? If there are any other mystic disciplines which are not specific to another discipline, if they are general, then he can take those. And just for the hell of it, um, before I end the video now, I am going ahead and I am opening up the sheet for the Bone Master so that it will be available in the video as I'm just scrolling through it now. Yep. Here you go. Does that does that let you see the character sheet? Ah, I'm not doing that. Here, I'll do this. Do you, do you see why I said think very carefully about before you attacked it? Have you looked at his resistances and immunities? Yeah. Hmm. You can repick. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Yeah. Unless it specifically says that it can only be chosen by one discipline, you can take it. Yeah, I didn't actually fill in the languages. Sorry. His languages were actually all except Rylithian. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I will be honest. I rolled a die in the background when Trist was mouthing off. It was a 50-50 chance of smashing the boat or Spear of Boning Trist. 12d8 plus 8 piercing damage. Yep. And the thing is, if you survived it, then you are just pinned by an 8-foot long spike of bone to the ground. That would have been the That could have gone much worse than it did. It could have gone much worse than it did. Hmm? Got it. Alright, guys. I'm going to sign out now. Yeah. Now, regarding tomorrow, guys, I am very likely not going to be able to make the game, or if it is, it would only be the second half. What I might try to do, though, and I may have varying degrees of success here, is I can remote desktop from my phone to my desktop. So I might actually try to accept the call and start the call recording so that I'll still be able to then watch it back after the fact. I don't know if that will work or not, but I'm going to try it. And then if we finish... That's Discord's fault, not mine. Yeah. And I wish there was another program that gave us the functionality that, yeah, that wasn't Skype. I would very much like to get rid of Skype, but I haven't found anything else to replace it with. There are a couple of workplace networking programs that I've looked into, but most of them you have to get a license for. And I haven't quite gone that far yet. No, a lot of them you don't. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, there are some options. We'll have to look into that. But yeah, I'll try to do that tomorrow night, and then our company meal is, I think, at 7:30. Which the start time of the game is 7. So once that's done, I'll see how things are going, and I might try to join in. Oh no, I'm going for the food. It's just a matter of how quickly can I eat, have my 3 drinks that the company's paying for, and then make my excuses to leave without pissing off my supervisors. Hmm? That's been there since near the beginning. Yeah.